live on Facebook. Good morning, everybody.
What is up, Deeds? Happy Wednesday, brother.
Happy Wednesday.
Good morning, gentlemen.
I don't see
Good
it
morning.
in Facebook yet, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
That's what she said.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday, dude. It's 8:30 Eastern. It is 5:30 Arizona time, 7:30 Houston time.
Yes, Wednesday the 8th.
And in New England, our guest
8:30.
today, what time is it? Eastern time, 8:30. Thank you
8:30
for joining us,
a.m.
Mr. Kory Kilmas. What's shaking, brother?
Not too much, boys. Thanks for having me on. It's nice
Thank you for coming.
to get an opportunity to come in and chat and shoot the breeze with two dudes that put out the best vibes in the morning on the way to work for me. I know you're just still dark over there.
Yeah.
Typically, I'm heading out the door right about now. I'm on my ride to work, and I usually pop on and catch a little bit of the show as much as I can.
Well, we're glad
It's
to
just
have
a good way to start the day.
Awesome listeners. Thank you very much. It's I
Yeah,
started a Spotify channel when we first started. There's like four episodes on there, and then I lost the password and shit. I finally recovered it. I'm like 90 episodes in. I'm like, that's a lot of uploading to do. So it'll get there eventually, but we'll make it easier to stream someday. Maybe I'll get
Just
some
chip
little
away
lady.
at it.
Yeah, I'll get some little girl, some virtual assistant in Vietnam or something. She'll do it for $3 an hour.
I'm sure she will.
Y'all
Yeah.
are
All the
crazy.
uploads. Why pictures of your butt in here? Yeah.
Pictures of your butt.
Yeah. File. Good stuff. But
That's all the pictures that are in your phone, Deeds?
just butt pictures. That and pictures of the Colonel's chicken. Look at this.
There you go.
We were talking about the Goodwill last week. So I went to the Goodwill. Like I did an estimate and then it was like, oh, look at Goodwill. So I popped in and I found like 5 shirts that were really cool. Really cool shirts,
Nice.
including the Colonel's uniform action.
That's pretty sweet. What's the
Got a
material on that?
I think it's all spandex polyester.
Polyester. It's a nice breathable shirt.
And something on the back it says like "Make the Colonel proud" or something like that. It's really cool. So you have to really honor the shirt when you put it on.
That's a commitment. When you put that on, you're committed.
Get
You're
all
committed
drunk,
to success for the day.
Success for the day and exceptional chicken. Like there is no button down. You got to go full bore bearded man into your day. Like run into a Popeyes and say, "Who wants to fight?" And like just go nuts with these people.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Like, holy shit, that guy from KFC's back. Let's get him, you know. That's my deal. What do you do for fun? Do you start fights at chicken restaurants?
Not as much anymore. In my younger days, maybe a few, but I try to keep it calm nowadays.
Sure.
Not trying to fight too many. I'm more of a lover, not a fighter now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you put two thighs and a chicken inside a plastic bag and you got a weapon. So it's very dangerous.
Frozen.
Watch out.
It's got to be frozen.
Oh, yeah, frozen hurts.
Do some more damage,
like Mad Max. Yeah, that's dangerous stuff there. But
You guys are nuts.
yeah, sometimes. It's Wednesday, though.
Hump day, as Damien reminded me. Dude, shout out to
Yes.
Damien, his fresh work, and congrats to him too for all the stuff that he does for our industry.
Mhm.
But it was really cool how Chris and Alex recognized him, and that's pretty neat. So that was a really good story to hear yesterday. I don't know if you guys heard, he got some fresh tattoos. And
I saw the
Alex,
ink. I did.
What's that?
I did see the ink. I'm kind of like half in Facebook, half out. But I'm popping in here and there, and I did see he got some cool tattoos. He's just an awesome dude. He's involved. He's got his hands in everything, window cleaning. You can tell he's so passionate about the business. And
Yep.
One of the nicest guys. One of the nicest.
Yeah, not just the business too, but he's just a good human being.
Agreed.
That comes off way more than people that just all window cleaning. Like being a good human is just the main thing that comes off for me when I think about Damien.
Me too, man. Me too.
And he's very lucky too. He's a lucky guy.
He is lucky as hell.
Yeah.
I see. He hit on one of your giveaways, didn't he?
He sure did, dude.
Yeah, the prize wheel of pain spun and got Damien. So that's awesome.
If it wasn't for bad luck, that's what I used to say anyway. I'm trying to change that mindset. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
Well, you got some luck, so that's always good. Just got to buy more scratch offs. Yeah, buy more scratch off tickets.
Yeah, just throw the money right in the trash can.
Right in the trash can. Yeah, that's it.
There ain't nothing like just throwing away money and burning it, right? Apparently, my dogs want to have a case of the Zooms this morning. They're all.
I love that. I love seeing them pop in. I'm waiting for my boy to come and crash the show here. He's going to be at some point. If he gets excited, he's going to be right in my lap, and he is not a lap dog. He's an 85-pound golden retriever with
nice.
way too much energy.
Yeah, man. Kory and I text time to time, and he's telling me, "Hey, man, I hope my dog doesn't do this." And I was like, apparently, he hasn't watched the show too much because Fred is a pain in the ass. Like some mornings, if I forget to give him his treat beforehand, he comes and makes his ass felt and makes it known. Hey, you better give me something, or
I
else I'm
love
just
it.
gonna be a nuisance the whole time.
I love
Treat
it.
time.
Dogs are smart, man. They know that reward center in their brain. That's how they operate. So once he sees he recognizes the pattern here, he's like, all right, reward's coming, or I'm gonna get it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Well, over time, because Mark and I have done these so frequently, when he sees me set up, he knows it's time to start getting ready, and then he also knows that he hears Mark's voice usually, and then if I haven't given him his treat by then he starts going nuts.
Oh yeah, they're
It's
smart.
wild.
They're smarter than we give them
Time
credit
for my
for. Like
treat.
he knows the drill.
Yeah. I'm gonna
For
scratch the
sure.
back door. I'm gonna do it.
Hey, so Kory, what's good, man? Work wise, like I met you a couple years. It was this year, maybe last year.
I think it was
But
Vegas. We met
Vegas,
in
yeah, this
Vegas.
year.
Yep.
That feels like a long time ago now, doesn't
I
it?
know it does. It feels like way longer than it was. It's only what, 8 months, 9
Yeah,
months. My math isn't
yeah.
very good.
It's time to go back to Vegas.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, it's a long flight. For me, like 3 hours on the plane is like my cap. After that, I'm getting a little bit stir crazy. Like I got to get up and stretch the legs. So if I can break it up into 2 flights, that's not too bad.
Break it
But
up. Yeah.
the last one, I think I went to Charlotte first, and that's like an hour and 20 from me, and then it was still like 4.5, which is it was just too much. And you can only watch so many Netflix shows or whatever it is, and then he's just like, all right, I'm done with this. Get me off this plane now.
Wow.
I'm an antsy fucker too. I can't sit still.
I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, it's the worst. I did a flight to Spain like 18 months ago or something.
Oof.
And it was it was brutal. Thank God.
That's
So
tough.
it was only my son and I in the same row. Thank God, because at one point I was out of my seat, knees on the ground, laying forward on the I was so
Great
exhausted,
flight.
but I just couldn't I just can't sleep,
Go
dude.
ahead. Deeds probably doesn't understand this yet. I think he's a little younger, like 40-year-old bones. Once you're a little bit older, those bones don't want to sit still for too long. Everything starts tightening up. You get cramps in your neck, and cramps here and cramps there.
Oh man.
But yeah, the long flights are not fun. But I think back to your question.
Oh, go ahead. Great.
Work is good. It was a steady year, very steady year. I hired a few guys for the summer. I had 2 crews going, 2 trucks going, and they were college guys, so it was really good. We were busy, as busy as I would want to be, without being overextended. And then they went back to school, and I scaled it back. Now I'm riding solo, and that was a little bit of a transition in late August, early September. But I'm in a groove solo now, and I'm just trying to get out and knock out 5-6 hour days, keep it smooth, keep it comfortable, and get my money and get home.
Nice.
And how long has your business been around?
So I've been doing windows. I'm in my 25th year in window cleaning. Started as a summer job when I was in college. I didn't really go to college for school, for class. It was like the partying and the women.
Yeah.
was more my thing.
Chase down.
Yeah. And then after like 5 years or so, I started my own business. I figured I'd give it a shot and see if I could make it work. And I've been at it ever since. I am not a smart man, but I do know window cleaning.
I do know what window cleaning is. I know what a clean window does.
Hey,
yeah, that's nice.
So, Kory, we got a question. Jessica wants to know. I didn't introduce where you're from. I just said New England. Where are you from?
I'm from all over New England. No, everywhere, all at once. So I'm in Connecticut. I'm in the eastern part of Connecticut. Usually a landmark for people is the casinos in eastern Connecticut, Foxwoods and Mohegan. I'm like right between both of those casinos. But yeah, eastern Connecticut. I've been in this state my whole life, or almost my whole life. I crossed the border into Rhode Island for a hot minute and then jumped back. But yeah, that's it, man. Connecticut.
Dude, I told you a little bit about how you and I have also conversed about my trip. You're planning on trying to do something coming up. You're aware of Squeegee Tom's doing his trip coming down the coast. the idea of traveling to do window cleaning is appealing. It's fucking great. You get to
Oh
see
yeah.
the country. I still have this fantasy of getting to Milford. I'm not going to talk out loud about it, but because it's something I really want to do. And I don't want anybody else to hit it.
No, you got just put it out there. Put it out there. Put it out in the
Bro,
universe, and then
I told you
you're gonna
before I
get there.
wanted to, like, one of the goals and where I got the inspiration for my trip was from the Dan Patrick Show. So I would love to get out to the Dan Patrick Show and do their studio, maybe do Dan's house or something. Now I don't even care about the trip because I already did the trip. You know what I mean?
Now you're gonna do another one? You have that in the
I
plan
don't
to
this
do
year. I
another road
definitely
trip
will
for
not.
Windows? Okay.
So we talked to earlier. We're you, me, Mike Nichols, Deeds, a bunch of us chat together. Tom, and IWCA is coming up. Damien said he's going to the IWCA too. So the IWCA is coming up, and then the Huge is also in August. But last night, my wife and I bought tickets for the ASU Sun Devils against the Kansas Jayhawks at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah,
Jayhawks.
Awfully far trip to watch that game.
Yeah.
Yep. Flight to New York to whatever.
I'm going
So
across the
this
pond.
is basketball or football?
No, this will be for football.
Foosball.
In
So
September
I'm a closet
2026.
Jayhawks fan for basketball.
Yeah, no, I'm not
I could care less about the football, but
Yeah.
Kansas Jayhawks, I don't know, for whatever reason. Maybe it's the K's, Kory with a K, Coastal Cleaners with K's, the Kansas team. As a kid,
growing up, they always had a rockin' ass team, though.
They were always badass.
Yeah,
I mean, they never
always
won
had
anything,
a bunch of great
but they
players.
were always good.
Yeah. Fuck, I just got bit by a mosquito. Sorry about that. So yeah, you're now back to the window cleaning gig. You've been doing
Keep going off on a couple tangents here.
Yeah, we always go on tangents.
I love that.
It's the way it goes. Did you get any coffee this morning to start your day?
I'm on my third one, and it's kind of like it's starting to kick in. Usually, I cut it off at 2.
Yeah.
But since I was going to be on the show, I figured I'd have at least one more.
Go.
One more.
Cheers
That'll
to
do
that
it.
One. So you mentioned your guys that you have helping you. How much experience do you like to have the guys that join you? Do you like to train them yourself? Do you like them to have a little bit of their background, or do you prefer, like I said, do you prefer to just train them?
So this isn't there's not a huge window cleaning market out here.
Yeah.
It's not year round. There's not a ton of companies. So to get a guy with experience is not really, not that common.
Yeah.
So usually you're finding guys, and I just look for characteristic traits. I picked this up at the IWCA convention a couple of years ago. It's just a recruiting program that I implemented just to kind of filter out people. I just want good human beings that are going to be reliable, that are going to fit in with the culture and have good work ethic. And I kind of filter them out through the whole application process. And then the ones that I ask a lot of questions. I kind of pester them a little bit just to see if they're attentive. And then, I ask them questions and I want detailed answers. How detailed are your answers going to be? Are you giving me one-word answers? Because if you're not that detailed in your answers, are you going to be that detailed in the work? So I kind of found this it works. It works in a weird way. It works. And I find these guys that they're paying attention to the details. They're actually putting some thought into the questions. And then I can train them from there. And so it's all new guys. I haven't had anybody come in with any experience in window cleaning. And not that I wouldn't hire them. I think that could be a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a hurdle. If someone comes in with bad habits or they do things in a way that I don't do them, not to say it's wrong, but like a mental hurdle to get over when you see someone come in with, their own habits in window cleaning.
And bad habits, it's so weird. Like the weird things one person may consider a bad habit, the other person may not. But if something irks you, it's just gonna
but that's something you have to get over. Because I watch even these new guys. I'll hire these new guys and I'll show them, all right, this is how I do things. This is how I set this up. This is how I set my belt up. This is how I use this, use that. But they're all gonna kind of adapt their own style. they're going to hold their tools in a certain place on their belt. They're going to use things a certain way. And I'll watch and be like, and while it'll irk me, I kind of have to take a step back and be like, all right, let's just watch and see how they do. And then every once in a while I'll be like, all right, it works. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Those are pretty high standards, also held by Colonel Sanders.
The Colonel.
Colonel's got those standards too. You gotta walk a certain way, you gotta talk a certain way, you gotta clean the right way. So
yeah, man. And as you're speaking, a lot of people are leaving some comments too, Kory, like the attention to detail. Craig says the attention, that thought and detail comes from enthusiasm, enthusiastic potential. New employees are rare, and that is hard to find. But you use the word culture. I think that it boils down to how you interact too with somebody as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for, like you said, I asked them I ask open-ended questions basically to hear their response, to see if I'm going to get that flow, that vibe, that whatever it is that we're looking for. And and if they're answering correctly and properly, you know what I mean?
That helps. Well, you just want to see if they have that extra spark to kind of go above and beyond, not just give you a one-word answer, but to elaborate and kind of show you a little bit of their personality.
Yeah.
And a little bit of who they are, that it's not just surface level, like they're here. I mean, everybody needs money. Everybody needs money. So they're here for a paycheck, but are they also going to be passionate and take care of your business the way no one's going to take care of it the way you take care of your business, but are they going to take care of the client in a way that's going to be acceptable and get you a call back for that job over and over and over again without having to watch them every single second they're on the job? Are they going to be trustworthy to do the work and do it well and get you that call back?
Yeah. Well, and like Jake Van Orden replied too, and he's like, look, if you do come across people that have worked for other companies, know the companies that guy has worked for.
Yeah.
And if somebody's shady or does shoddy work, don't hire him. So yeah, that's a good comment, Jake. I appreciate that.
Yep. Just like Colonel Sanders. It's all just like the Colonel would say. Sounds like a Colonel Sanders hiring interview. It's like all the no one-word answers, passionate.
I know what I'm having for lunch today. Like I already know what I'm having for lunch. You planted this seed in my head.
Everybody's
fried chicken.
Fried chicken today, but not Popeyes. Go to Colonel Sanders. KFC, baby.
Original.
They do chicken right.
What is it? The 11 herbs and spices? What is it?
It's a secret, yeah.
The secret?
It's actually on TikTok. There's a guy, his late nephew or his younger nephew, great nephew, however that works, is spilling the beans, but you didn't hear it from me. You didn't hear it from the Colonel. It's out there. But you got to get a pressure cooker and have fun with that. Just go buy it. It's better there.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring it home.
You don't clean up and make a mess.
I'm not doing it at home.
The Colonel's got it dialed in.
They do it.
Hey, so Kory, on some personal stuff, last week I was going through some stuff. You were going through some stuff. I was asking for some prayers for myself, but also for you. Why don't you share, it's not visible as it was last week. I got some Popeye pictures sent to me from you, but why don't you share with our friends that are here what was going on last week?
Live from Gotham, we heard to Harvey Dent. Go ahead, Harvey.
Harvey Dent. So last Monday, I woke up in the morning and I had what I thought was a start of pink eye. Anybody who's got young kids in the house, that goes through the house once in a while. So my eye was crusted shut on this side. So I wake up in the morning, I'm like, all right, something's up here. I got to make an appointment with the doctor and go get the drops and whatever. So I go through the whole workday and the eye's just tearing nonstop all day. I go see the doctor and she's like, doesn't look like an infection, but maybe you have, what did she call it? Allergic conjunctivitis. So basically, I had done a bunch of yard work over the weekend, weed whacking, getting my house ready for my daughter's birthday party. So I just assumed that I must have kicked something up and I had an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
So I leave, I get the drops and I leave and I'm driving home and I'm listening to, I don't remember what the song was, but the chorus comes on. There's a whistling part. And I go to whistle the chorus and I'm like, I can't whistle. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, my face isn't working on this side. So now I call my wife
No,
Yeah.
I was like, honey, like I got a problem right now. My right side of my face is like not working. And now she panics. She's like, oh my God, you're having a stroke. You got to turn around and go back to the doctor. I'm like, well, I feel fine. Otherwise, it's just like, I can't move my mouth. Like my eye won't blink.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I get home, I change because I had gone straight to the doctor from work, and I was like kind of gross.
No, that's bullshit. You started texting me and Mike. You're like, hey, look at this.
I did. I took a couple selfies actually while driving and sent them over to you. But I go back to the bullshit. I go back to the doctor.
In case I crash, show these at my memorial.
Yeah. And she happened to be in between patients, which was like, I don't know how I got lucky. Like she's sitting there in the door. One patient comes out, the other one's in the chair. And I was like, hey, I got like another issue going on here. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, and then she looks at me and I'm like, she's like, oh my God, how do we not see that before? So turns out I have, long story short, I have Bell's palsy. It's a, I don't know if you could hear the slur when I said that. Bell's palsy. Sounds like I got marbles in my mouth when I say certain things. So it's a nerve, an inflammation around the nerve on this side of my face, and the signals aren't getting to the muscles on this side. So it's just like not full functioning on half my face. So the Harvey Dent joke, that one lands. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
So Mark Tanner, he said that's definitely chlamydia.
Well, I heard a couple different things. It's herpes, AIDS, you know, it's all the bad stuff. It's a combination.
Everything that Tom Cruise warned you about.
Thank you, Mark.
Colonel approved.
Mark pops in, drops a one-liner, and then exits the room. He drops the mic, and he's like, fuck it, I'm out.
Thanks, Mark. Love you, buddy.
Mark Tanner is the man.
So what they asked is, she's like, do you have Lyme disease? And I'm like, oh, I've never been tested or had any symptoms of it. She's like, well, we have to run a test. They actually just ran it. I went back in for a follow-up on Monday, and they ran the test for Lyme. But I fucked up on my so my chart.
You gave him a shit stool instead of a urine stool?
I typed in the wrong email address and like went through the whole thing, and I did the confirmation email. I got somehow wrong the exact same way. So now I can't even access my chart. I don't even know what the fuck I got.
Did you go to Quest?
No. So I went to Minute Clinic, CVS Minute Clinic.
You might be able to walk in there with your ID and your credit card. And
yeah, I could go in there and get it, but it would have been so much more convenient to look at it on my phone or look at it on the computer.
Well, yeah, of course. It's technology.
So I've been getting progressively dumber as I get older too. So I'm like, it's got to be Lyme disease. Like that has to be what it is, because they say it affects your brain. So I'm like, it needs to be a reason why I'm getting dumber and half my face isn't working.
Yeah,
but
what's better than alpha-gal syndrome where you can't have red meat? That sucks.
That would be pretty brutal.
Yeah,
I need the meat, all the meats.
I think with a whole bunch of antibiotics, they can treat and cure Lyme disease nowadays, especially when it's earlier on.
But I haven't been diagnosed with it. So if I do have it, it's just fucking me up.
Help me, somebody.
I don't know about it.
Yeah, let me know.
So they put me on steroids for this, and honestly, in the last like 48 hours, it's really turned a corner.
Cool.
I'd say I'm like 60 to 70% back to normal.
Do you feel any like superhuman strength or any urges to like fly or anything?
I've always felt that. I've always felt
it works. Shit's working here. Nice.
I asked her when she handed me the steroids, I was like, does this come with a gym membership, or do I need like, what do I need? Some weights? Like, what do I do with this?
What do I do? Lift a couch.
I pick things up and I put them down.
Today you can lift a 12-piece original crispy chicken from
KFC. I can do bucket curls.
Yep, 1 bucket, 2 buckets, Oreo cake, wedges, mac and cheese.
But yeah, so to get back to it, that's my story for the last week, and I really, I appreciate you guys keeping me in your thoughts and prayers. I mean, it was shocking. It was like a little bit uncomfortable, and it was a period of like frustration.
Yeah,
in the first couple of days, it was tough to kind of get over that mental, because they give you this open-ended, like, we don't know what causes it. We don't know how long it's going to last. It might not go away. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
right?
What kind of shit is that?
This kind of sucks.
I'd rather just have a rash. What the fuck?
Yeah, just give me the chlamydia that Mark said. That can get cleaned up.
Treat that. Yeah,
like, that'll go away.
So Jessica wants to know, were you still working? Did your customers notice?
So I took one day off. I took Tuesday just to kind of get myself in a better mental place, because I was like,
Yeah.
but also it was a headache. Like it was like dead, but also like my eye wouldn't rest. So
Wow.
it was just like I just got this headache, like a migraine on one side. And then the next
Yeah.
day I went back to work. And I'm not trying to hide it. And if they ask, I tell them, or if you notice this side of my face isn't working, there's a reason for it. Like this Bell's palsy.
Yep.
Yeah, I went right back to work. And it was the hardest adjustment was I couldn't squint. So when you're working outside, like I think I was working on a white shell driveway with the sun
I
glare,
remember you saying something.
like the second day, and the glare coming off. I was like, well, this fucking sucks. I can't like protect this eye at all. And I didn't have sunglasses. So I'm like, all right, well, sunglasses I have to have the sunglasses. So between the glare from like the white shells or any white surface, you're also getting the glare back from the windows themselves. So not being able to squint is like one of those things you kind of take it for granted, because you protect your eye from a lot of light damage just by squinting.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like an episode of Ren and Stimpy when they're just staring at the sun. I just had to Google search, just so everybody else knows, Colonel Sanders did not ever suffer from Bell's palsy, so it's official. He was safe from that, but he did have some amazing chicken.
I was hoping we had that in common.
That's what I was thinking. Like you guys could have connected, but now you're just going to connect over chicken, which is awesome.
That's fine. That's a good connection.
Mm-hmm. That's if it's fried chicken, it's always good, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking bugs,
yes.
bro.
Bugs are everywhere outside. You're in their house.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm in their house. But speaking of outside, I'm a little stoked. We had construction that started 2 years and 3 months ago on my house, and the guys just stopped. And my backyard has been under construction for that long, and they just finished the back wall yesterday. So I'm putting back my backyard together, and I'm excited as I'll get out because it's my happy place.
Is it the same guy? And did he go to jail for 2 years and just get out?
That guy, no, it's definitely not him. So
okay,
that's the dude that screwed us. But yeah.
At least it's somebody else.
Yeah.
I'll start. At least it wasn't you who started the project, and then your wife would be on your ass.
I can't.
I'll do that at home. I start projects, and my wife's like, "Yeah, well, you're never gonna finish this."
I'm not down like that. I'm not. If there's something that I can't do, I'd rather pay somebody than attempt to do something, because cleaning up after yourself is just horrible.
It is.
We tell people all the time, fucking hire me for a reason. I'm a professional. So why wouldn't I do the same fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
Kenny Kings, or at least in Ohio. Ohio.
Cleveland rocks.
Yeah, Cleveland does. I've never been there, but Cleveland rocks.
I've never been there.
So what's on your schedule for this week, Kory?
This week is pretty steady. Actually, today, there's a lot of things on the schedule today as I look out the window. I got a haircut after we finish up here. I got a construction clean. That'll take most of the day. And then a soccer game at 5, and then a soccer practice at 6:30. Should be home by 8:30. All of that shit is going to be canceled because it's raining. Except for the haircut. We can still make the haircut happen, I think.
Dude, you and I have that in common too. A lot of time at the soccer fields. It's one of my favorite places to be. It's just something that's fun. I played ball as a kid, so for me, watching my kid play, and he's playing at a high level, and it's a fun thing.
It is.
Your kid's 5, right?
So
the one playing right now.
I got 3 playing right now.
Oh shit!
Yeah. The 5-year-old, he's in his 2nd season. He's like a stud out there because he's watched his older sisters play since he was born.
Is he left-footed?
He's right-footed. So his name is Jameson Leo. That was my grandfather's name. So we gave him the middle name. So we call him J-Mo Leo Messi. And he can dribble at full speed sprint. Like you don't see a 5-year-old kid that can
Yeah.
dribble a soccer ball at full speed, and then he can cut.
Nice.
Like if something gets in his way, a defender, or like he can cut left or right and then bring it back onto the line. Like he's I don't know, he's like a freak.
I
It's
would
fun
go
to watch him
over.
play.
I would jump over the defender like a deer.
Yeah,
He doesn't
quite have that. That agility isn't there yet. The jumping power.
Yeah.
He could jump over a small rock.
Yeah, I got called out of the game once. Coach was like, "What the hell was that?" Because I like jumped over a guy. It's like, hello. When you get full speed and you get those legs, but a 5-year-old could definitely jump over another 5-year-old for sure.
Yeah,
Not like standing
push
up,
him down,
like it was
push him
kind of
down
lower.
first.
Yeah, get him way over like a sandwich.
Yeah, so Jameson plays in U5, U6 league. Mackenzie is in her first year, U10. She just turned 9 years old. I coach that team. And then Addie, my oldest, is 11. She plays U12, and I coach that team as well.
Sweet.
Nice. Busy
Did you
guy.
play ball growing up? Did you play a different sport?
I played pretty much every sport growing up. I played soccer from the time I was 5. I actually played into college. Basketball. I loved. Put a round ball in front of me. That was my thing. Put a book in front of me. Not too good.
That was very much my personality as well. It was like I just love to compete and test mano a mano.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't really matter what it was. And I was smaller than most. So it was always like but I didn't have the little man syndrome or like a complex or anything, but I was gifted, and I was like I loved trying to show that I was just as good as or better than somebody else at almost everything. I mean, I was a competitive little fucker.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to be.
It is.
In a lot of aspects. As I've aged, I don't have like I don't know. I don't feel that urge to compete as much. But I played in a co-ed indoor league as recently as like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, same.
But
that competitive edge serves you well. I mean, to a degree. Like there's a time when you can ratchet it up a little too high. And we learned that when we're younger. But I think that competitive side, it serves you well, even in business, even in window cleaning.
I totally agree.
Because you have a high standard you hold yourself to a high standard. And sports teaches you about accountability. It teaches you about hard work. It teaches you about being reliable and being a team player. And all of these things translate to business and to work. And if you hold that same high standard to your window cleaning, your business is going to be successful. I mean, I've always attributed a lot of that success that I've had in business to
Colonel Sanders.
youth sports. Yeah, to Colonel Sanders and youth sports. Just having good coaches and good mentors as a kid, and being a little bit competitive and pushing myself, like it really has helped me every step of the way in life.
It 100% correlates, and that's the one thing that I really enjoy about watching youth sports now. My son's in a really good program where he's developed into a leader. But it's really cool to watch that aspect from a parental side now. When you're young and you're going through it, you don't really realize how much that some of those people, men and women, mean to you as you're growing up until you get to that age in life.
Yeah, it is. That's a cool when it comes full circle and you're a parent supporting your kid, or you're a coach coaching a group of kids. Like, to me, that's the most rewarding thing for me now, is the coaching, to get to give back. Like I said, the experiences I had in youth sports were the best experiences of my childhood. They're the fondest memories I have in my whole childhood. And now I have that opportunity to pay that forward to a new generation of kids. There's really no better feeling in the world than having the experience and the knowledge to teach a sport, but also teach the life skills that really propelled me. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge win. And it's one of the things I cherish the most about, being a parent.
Awesome.
I had no idea we were going this direction today. But to be honest, one of my son's coaches is a mentor of mine. And I think, so what you're doing also is good for not just the kids It's not just good for you for the feeling on the inside of Kory to make Kory feel good. That helps the community as well. And that is something coaches, teachers, all those people, volunteers, but those who get them involved in sports too. I'm telling you, man, it's something that should be acknowledged. So thank you for doing what you're doing in your community, man, because the
I
future
love it.
generation is what we need, to have the right values. And like I said, I agree with you. I think sports correlates with growth. I think it correlates with business. I think it teaches people to work well with others. Kids aren't all the same, man. You know what I mean?
No,
Especially as they get
yeah.
older, they develop their own personalities and shit. The kids who were best friends in second, third, and fourth grade, all of a sudden in seventh grade, don't even talk to one another anymore.
Yeah, it's changing for my oldest daughter. It's changing right now because I've coached her teams since she was 5 or 6 years old, and now she's 11. She's in middle school, and some of the kids that she really got along really well with when she was 5 or 6 in sports, now like I'm like, hey, how's this person doing? Like, you see her in school. She's like, no, we don't really talk. Like, it's already like you hit that age, and it's just this change.
Yeah.
That change for a girl, the 11-year-old. We're at the tip of the iceberg right now, but man, personality shift is crazy in girls that age.
I thought that I was gonna dodge a daughter bullet.
No, you're not.
And at 42, we had Evie, Eliana Violet.
No.
So yeah, 42-year-old
surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly how that went.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome is right. So we were talking a little bit about everything with our friend Kory Kilmas. What is the name of your company? Is it KK Window Cleaning?
Coastal Cleaners with K's.
Coastal Cleaners, but KK
Yeah.
short.
Yep, Coastal Cleaners window cleaning. I left it at Coastal Cleaners when I started. I was thinking about like, all right, do I want to get into like, because the company I started with, they did carpet cleaning, some power washing, things like that. So like, do I want to leave it at just cleaning or cleaners, and then sort of branch out to different things, gutter cleaning, power washing, carpet cleaning, and then I dabbled for a little bit. I just love windows. I hate power washing. Like,
it's so straightforward, right?
Power wash, like the sound of the machine drives me insane. Just listen to that machine running all day, and then the smell of the bleach and getting bleach all over your clothes, and it doesn't wash it, like your bleach hands. I just don't like it. Can't stand it. And the gutter muck. I don't like gutter muck. I dabbled in those things, and it's just like, you know what? It's not for me. I'm just give me the windows.
Windows.
Yeah. What? So you are strictly Windows then, basically.
I'd say like 99%. I have a couple clients that I'll do gutter clean for like one or two of them, but I know that they don't get the muck. It's just a couple of leaves here and there in the corners, and I'll just go up and pull them out.
Nice.
No, I'm the same way. I also I'm not really trained to do anything else, man. I know there's no training involved in gutter cleaning, and I know there's training now in pressure washing, but I'm always so sketched that, like, what if I turn on the machine and the gun's on or something, and I blow somebody's shit? Like, I don't want to pay for anything, dude. I don't break shit when I clean windows, so I never felt like the need to do anything else. And it is always Windows is straightforward. You know exactly what it is that you're tackling when you see it, for the most part.
Yep.
So that's one of the things that I always loved about the business too. I
love this guy. He's crashing the show right now. He wants some love.
No, he keeps giving me his fucking ball. What's your ratio for resi to commercial?
I'm over 95% residential. I don't chase much commercial. I do get it occasionally, but it has to make sense to me. So it's got to be either in an area where I got a couple restaurants they're really close together, and they're either weekly or bi-weekly. So, when I go out on Friday mornings, I hit one restaurant, and then there's another one that's every other week that's literally right next door. And then I have two others, hop over a bridge, and there's two others there. So that's the only way I do it. For the commercial, it's got to make sense. It's got to fit in that bubble of Friday mornings, either weekly or bi-weekly.
Sure.
And the rest of it's resi. French paints for days up here.
Do you do a water-fed pole, or do you do half and half traditional, or what's your
I
method for
do,
outside?
yeah. So usually I'll wash half the window trad, and then I'll go set up my pole and wash the bottom half water fed. I'm kidding.
Delicious.
No, so yeah, I do both. I do both. So I learned I didn't touch a water fed pole until about 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay.
I was not dead set against it. I wasn't in any window cleaning groups on Facebook. I never went to a trade show. I think the pro window cleaning group, somehow they found me and invited me to join the group. And I start seeing all this water fed pole stuff. And I was like, there's no way that shit's going to work. Like, you can't leave a window wet.
Voodoo.
You can't leave a window wet.
It's not going to work.
Yeah,
so I went on like that for like
customer,
3 or 4 years. I'm like, I'm not spending thousands of dollars for one on this equipment, and I don't believe that it's going to work. And then eventually, like, you start making some connections in the groups with people that you see as, there's a lot of bullshit in those groups. There's a lot of people who just want to troll and stir up shit.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of people that have a lot of knowledge and they have a lot of experience, and you're slowly able to kind of sniff out who's who. Mm-hmm. And then I see some of these guys. I'm like, this guy actually looks like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's knowledgeable. He's sharp. And he says this shit works. Maybe I'll give it a shot. So I bought a DI tank, DI only. My water here is not terrible. I think we're around 150 TDS for the average, which is not terrible. So I got a DI tank. I got a basic pole. I think I was out the door for under $2,000 total.
Yeah.
And I tried it out a couple times, and then, slowly but surely, I do a lot more water fed work now. And the voodoo works.
Yeah. And Damien said he thought the same, and of course I did the same too. You and I have a similar story in that too. Like, I didn't know this pro window cleaning forum existed until about 4, 5, 6 years ago, something like that. And then I kind of like, I lurked in the rooms. I wanted to see what people were about too. You know what I mean? And I too had that experience. There's a bunch of bullshitters. I feel like some of the fat has been trimmed in some of those areas.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And now there's a lot of really reputable guys that can give some information. There's still some bullshitting going on, of course, because that's what it's all about. But yeah, I felt the same way. Like I was anti. Plus, I'm a 95%, 98% residential, and everything, everything has, most of the stuff here has screens on it. So you have to get on the ladder to take the screens off just to clean the windows. So why not just get up there, pull the screen, clean the window, put the screen back in?
Yeah, and it's a case by case. There's some days where I'm like, well, I got the belt on. I usually start inside anyway. So I do all the interiors first, trad. And then by the time you go outside, it's like, I already have the belt on. By the time I get the water fed shit set up, I'm going to be 10 windows in, washing by hand.
Or more.
And so
we got macrame
or more. So fuck it, I'm just going to go by hand. But what I find with new guys is it is so much easier to train them. That is beautiful. Did you get that at the thrift shop too?
No, it was made by a friend. It's a macrame owl. It's great.
Nice.
Craig mentioned macrame in the comments. I wanted him to see some beautiful owls.
I can't. Nice, I'm not on the live feed. I don't see the comments. But
oh yeah, sorry. I'll show you my video real quick.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is, but it's amazing.
It's an owl.
Macrame.
It is an owl. So yeah, I find that the new guys, it's way easier to get them trained efficiently on water fed than it is trad. I mean, they have to learn both, but I can get a guy trained to be pretty efficient with the water fed pole in 2 weeks, where with trad, it takes a lot more one-on-one, a lot more, probably double the time, if not more, to get them to a point where, all right, these guys are working efficiently and making the money that I need them to make for the business.
Yes.
Did I agree? And, to be honest, I think that, we can train somebody in as little as a couple of days traditionally as well. But for me, I kind of want them to, the more time on the glass, the better. I think it takes a month for somebody to be, some people get it super quick and can be done, rather skilled in like a week. But I think it's just the most, the more you're on the glass, the better.
Yeah, definitely.
The more you're on the glass, the better.
It's all muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, what I was kind of getting at is I kind of want them to have their own feeling of it. You know what I mean? Everybody holds something differently, or has a twist to their wrist, or puts their finger placement somewhere different. Um, so you want them to kind of develop, while you're asking them to do something your way, you also want them to develop their own style. That sounds really weird, maybe, but I want I want people to have their own skill set. You know what I mean? And I think that I think that that's valuable, just the time.
And do you have guys working with you?
Not anymore. I just have
No.
one, and he's the one who got me into the business over 20 years ago. So I
Okay.
don't have to fuck around. Like,
Yeah, it's a I kind of see both sides of it. In the summer, I loved it. I had a good crew, and it was nice to. I went on a vacation for the first time
yeah,
in years, and I had a full week's worth of work for them. They knocked it out of the park. They got every job done. My phone never rang once. I got home and there's checks in the mailbox. So that was nice. But
I
then the
bet.
other side, like there's a lot of headaches that come with it, and the more
Yeah.
guys you have, like you see, like think about like what do you consider success? And for me, like I get to make. I'm here in the morning with my kids, making breakfast, make their
Yeah.
lunches. I get them out the door, and then some of these guys like they look at more trucks, more crews, more, and to
Yeah.
me that's just more headaches. Like that's a lot more headaches, and I know a lot of these guys probably aren't. If they have kids, maybe they're not in the kitchen with their kids. Maybe they're not coaching sports in the afternoon. Maybe they're not, that hands on. So to me, I'll take, a busy summer with my crew, and then I'll scale it back to solo and kind of cruise control for the rest of the year, and that's a fucking win for me. I love it.
I think that's one of our benefits of our job.
Yep.
This work, it can be year round if you choose to be, and if that's the route you want to go and do route work and stuff like that, or if
Yeah.
you want to set yourself up to do stuff like that, then you can. And that's one of the things too that one of the reasons why we do this show at this early is because I take my kids to school and I do the breakfast, and then now I'm able to do these things. Billy's typically in the field between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning, or earlier.
Yep.
There's days when he's out there, especially in the summer, at 5:30. But it's once you get to a certain point in this industry, and I did have other people, the headaches aren't, like, for me, weren't personally worth it either. Worrying, is your guy going to show up, or dropping everything that you're in the middle of doing to go clean up something for somebody, or you
Yep.
know what I mean, like somebody wrecked your truck, or just
And that's
everything.
where I was at, like at the end of the summer. So I had that crew. It was 5 of us going pretty much every day. And then summer ends. These kids, I found like 2 college age kids and high school age kids, which is perfect because I'm going to have them every summer now. They have the experience. I'm going to get them for 5 or 6 years. But then I'm like, do I want to hire someone? I want to start this recruiting process over September 1st and then spend the 5, 6, 7 weeks training them. And then my season ends right around Christmas. Like I go really busy till Thanksgiving, and then by Christmas it's like tapers off. Residential's dead up here. It's cold.
Yeah. So you're slow till when?
Mid-March it'll start picking up, like when the weather starts breaking. Usually mid-March I'll start getting a little trickle of jobs, and then by April 1 we're rolling again. So I was like, I don't want to spend the time right now recruiting and training 6 weeks, because I did this in April. I had a guy, and the thought was to have him be my full-time guy as close to year-round as I could. And I babied this kid, and I held his hand, and I was super patient, probably more patient than I should have been, because there were quite a few flags that went up. And then he quit after 7 weeks. So now I'm like, what the fuck? I got to start all over again. I get the college kids in, and we made it through the summer. But do I want to do that now, 6, 7 weeks, and now let's say he doesn't like it and he quits, middle of October. Now I have all this work booked for 2 guys. Now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I can't do work for 2 guys. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it on cruise control, take my maintenance jobs that I do twice a year, 3 times a year. I'm going to take that work and just cruise control through till Thanksgiving. And then I think as of December 1st, I'm probably going to taper off to pretty much nothing unless the weather's really good. As I mentioned, I think I'm going to come down and visit Mike in early December, and then probably pop over to Arizona and see you and maybe Gabe Gutierrez. If I can make
Gabe's
it
in the
happen.
chat right now.
Cool.
Love Gabe. What's up, Gabe?
Yeah,
Squeegee, I know you guys had him. Have you had him on yet? Or are you gonna have him on?
we're gonna chat with Gabe about coming on probably this month.
Yeah, Gabe's got a great great Squeegee U, the program he's put together. He's just so thorough and he's so experienced in business and in life. I mean, you got any kind of question, Gabe probably has a good answer, can point you in the right direction. He's helped me out a ton.
For sure. I've had a couple conversations with him, and it typically evolves from window cleaning, and then usually about, then we start talking life and discussing things like that as well.
Once it gets to life is where you get the gems from Gabe when you get into the life chat.
Yeah.
I mean, you get them on both sides, but I like the real stuff. Give me the real stuff.
That's one of the reasons we wanted to have you on, and that's one of the reasons we want to have him on. And those are the kind of guests that we seek out. And Friday we have Craig Hensel on, who's super knowledgeable about all things.
I don't know if you saw the shirt.
I got the shirt on. Paying some love to Craig.
Nice.
That's awesome. Way to set us up there, Kory. I
know,
appreciate that. He's like, I knew who was on next. That's some great promotion. Thank you. So yeah, we enjoy chatting and talking with some of the best in the business, and you're definitely one of them. This has gone super fast. I feel like we could talk another hour.
Yeah, we probably could.
We got to start wrapping up.
Okay.
This is about the time where we like to give shout outs to people. Actually, you know what? Hold on. You have a couple minutes. Let's do this real quick.
Okay.
It's What's in Your Bucket Wednesday. Do you have anything that you use on a daily basis, or something that that you swear by?
Yeah. So actually, I knew you were going to do it. So I have a couple things here, but since we're pressed for time, we're going to go with just we'll see. We'll see how we do. So this is on my tool belt. I don't know if you can see that. This is a little pouch. Up here in New England, one thing we see in every house pretty much is French paints.
Yeah.
And they can be different sizes from window to window, from room to room. So I have a small squeegee that sits in the back of my belt, and then I keep 3 different size channels. I don't know if you can see this. I'm looking at it. I can't see. You can't see it. But I keep 3 different size channels so I can pop. I try to get a 1 pull where I can. If I get a 1 pull, awesome. If not, you can do a couple side pulls or even fan it with a 6-inch. But this pouch holds all like the little knickknacks. I got 3 small channels. I got a little plastic pry. Here we go again with the marbles in my mouth. Plastic pry bar tool. I got a little scrub pad that I keep in here. I keep a little scraper in case I see a little spot here or there, some artillery fungus or a little paint spot. Phillips screwdriver, track brush, and then I keep a marker. When we pull screens, I always number them, so we always get them back in the same place. But this thing, for the amount of stuff, or how small it is, the amount of stuff it holds, and I use pretty much everything in here almost every single day. So it's just a versatile little pouch that's always on my belt. And that's a time
saver, bro.
It is, but I can't find, I bought one, and now I can't find that exact one. I can't find one that's just right. I get I have a new guy, I build a belt for him, and I get something similar, but it's not quite the same. So I wish I bought 4 of those.
Yeah, but you never know if you're gonna like it, and if you buy if they suck, then you're like, oh, this sucks.
Stuck with it, yeah.
So we'll go one more. I know this one gets quite a bit of hate, this particular brand. But this thing, it's a 12-inch squeegee. The 12-inch is probably the most used in my belt on residential. A 12 is just versatile. But this handle, this is good on a pole. It's set right now to, 40. You have all the different settings for angle adjustment. It's good on a pole because it swivels. It's a quick release. So you want to change this rubber. It's just quick release, pop, and go. It's just such a versatile squeegee. And I love, I'm an Unger guy, and I love the Unger Zero. But this thing, honestly, gets more use for me just because of how versatile it is with the angle adjustment and, the quick release for the swivel, quick release for the rubber change. I know Mormon gets a lot of hate, but to me, that squeegee it's a daily use. It's in my belt all the time.
Yep, sure can pivot.
I'm I don't hate, but I never got it. I never got with it. I couldn't. I busted a couple handles, and I also sun dry rots everything out here, and for some reason that stuff's not built for Arizona.
Yeah, I haven't had like New England. It's so humid here, like all the time. Like I haven't.
Yeah.
We don't have dry weather here. I've had. I don't know if that's the original that I got, but I've had my Mormon accelerator handle for 6 years, same one, and it's not
Gina.
broken. And then I also have the bucket on the belt that they make, the dry walker. I've had that for the same time. I bought them both at the same time, and that I still have the same original one.
So I used to use the dry walker, and I swore by it, and I still think it's a good quality tool. But I stepped up my game at a notch or 2 or 3, in my opinion.
That's a big step up in price too, though, right?
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're
and now if I were buying these for, I wouldn't buy silencers for all my guys. That's if I had multiple people. I would get them. The dry walker is a good investment for an employee, especially one that's going to stick around. Yeah, it's a good quality product as well. Deeds, what you got, dude?
Dude, my favorite. Well, I like the silencer, the maker bag, but my go-to, at least for Houston, what's in my bucket will be the zero brush, the boar's hair.
Boar's hair.
Simple,
nice.
Over the rinse bar. I've got enough pressure from houses where this thing will bounce back and piss me off. But I kind of like that because it will pull the crap down the window. I've got a lot of French panes around here because a lot of the homes were built in between 82 and 95 type deal. So original windows with the oxidized French panes and stuff. So I do a lot of rinse because I do have the chalky deposits left behind. So
gotta love the
my
chalk.
jam. Yeah, I gotta love that chalk everywhere, especially when doing them, by hand. You get like you're toweling up the sides. You're spreading the paint everywhere. So I prefer to do most of my French panes with the zero and the rinse bar, not the pencil jets, because I feel like the cascading water helps. So get this. That's in my bucket this week.
Oh, they're all there to see you.
So my wife just got home.
There he is. My wife.
And now they're all stirred up. They're pretty calm and quiet when she's gone.
Yep, they hear the car.
Got it. Well, I got a couple of things in my bucket, but I just say my 18 maker mop is probably my favorite. Lately, I've been messing around with this Sorbo handle and then Black Mamba.
Nice.
It's just a cool, sturdy piece of equipment. But I use, most all Sorbo stuff. I got turned on to that Etery. I got one of those collector editions, blue Eteries, and I absolutely love it. And then when they released again, they were sold out, and I was really bummed because I did find that to be a dope ass squeegee. But yeah, I can get away with like a 18 and a 6 or 8 inch on pretty much everything. We don't have too many French panes out here, so straightforward bucket for me. That's what's in my bucket this week.
I think it's
anybody you want to give a shout out to while we're on, Kory?
Yes, actually, I have a couple shout outs to give. You guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for bringing me on.
Our pleasure.
I love what you guys do in the morning. Again, I know I already said it. The vibe you guys put out, especially on my way out the door to go to work, just kind of sets the stage for the day in a really positive way. And you guys just do a great job with it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mike Nichols, my boy Mike. I think he's up north right now shooting geese or something. Not fishing today.
Not fishing.
And then I got one other one. I don't know how many, if all of you guys know him, but a friend of mine, he's an administrator in one of the groups that I help moderate, the Into the Flow window cleaning group. Nando, he does custom systems, which are pretty badass. He just auctioned one off last night. That's red, white, and blue. It's got like American flag star. Like it's a really, really cool system. The stainless steel housings all wrapped, really cool. But he's going through a really, like, as a parent, it's the toughest thing you can deal with a kid. I'm not gonna give too many details on it. I don't know what he wants out there, but think about what the toughest thing you can deal with when you're a parent. I'm holding my dog off too. I see you doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But Nano's going through a really tough time right now with his kids, so I just want to send a shout out. And I know you guys are good about
positive vibes
in their prayers and in their vibes. Just that family needs some strength, they need some love, and they need some good vibes. So if anybody can send some good vibes his way, I'm sure he'd appreciate that. So just wanted to shout him out and let him know that I'm thinking about
yeah,
him.
man. Prayers and thoughts and energy, Craig. Energy. Let's send some energy Nando's way, man. Absolutely. Deeds, who you got?
I want to thank my wife, Kylie. She's holding everything down, doing a great job, helping with the podcast and everything. We're getting our schedule slated out. Thank you, Jason. We're gonna get our schedule slated out for October, finishing up. Our 99th episode is going to be on Halloween, so that'll be exciting.
Nice.
99th episode.
Yep, 99 Luftballons. Yeah.
99 Luftballons. All right, so
yes.
Deeds, are you going to dress up?
Yes,
I don't know.
To.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll think of, on Halloween, hell yeah. That's not even a question. Yes, on Halloween, I will be in New York. So you guys are complaining about flights. I'm about to take a 24-hour drive to New York for the week of Halloween.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to do a Western New York, nice weather Halloween action, and then drive back home. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for sure. I got a lot of outfits, Halloween costume type deal. I'll be all week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, keeping it real.
I can't wait. One of the fun things that we've been able to do with this show is we've been able to do it while no matter where he or I are. And it's been a lot of fun.
We try.
Yeah. I mean, Deej, you were in Buffalo, I think, once already. We did it in Nashville at the same time. And then
driving a car once.
Yeah.
No,
we're all over the place. So it's really fun to think that we're coming up on our 99th and 100th episode.
Yeah.
So while we're doing that, I want to thank all of the people who have rooted us on. We were giving shout outs or prayers to Nando. Let's do the same for our pal Squeegee Tom. He's been having a rough time with some health. I want to give him a shout out. I want to do it almost every day, but sometimes I forget. He's a friend of ours, a friend of the show, a friend of Window Cleaners, and a hell of a good dude. So let's give him some shout outs, some prayers, some love, and some energy. And also,
herbs,
dude,
spices.
You know what? That cat is awesome. When he found out about my mother-in-law, he sent some goodies from New Hampshire, Vermont area. Sent some maple and some candy, and just this fucking solid guy. So shout out to Tom. Get better, buddy. And shout out to his kid Josiah, who's holding down the fort while he's out, dealing with some health issues. So Josiah, you the man, brother.
Yep.
And I hear you did some bang up work yesterday on the house, and you even got a phone call back. That as a parent and as an employer, both has got to feel awesome.
A good phone call, yeah.
Yeah, that has got to be one of the coolest things ever. Have a great phone call from a client letting you know that your son is an awesome person and a great window cleaner. So kudos on all those levels. While we're here too, I'll give a shout out to Alex and Chris, Damien, all the people who've helped us along the way, John Magdos and a bunch of others. I know I'm forgetting a bunch. Mike Matthews, a shit ton of guys who have helped us along the way. Thank you for everything you do. Kory, shout out to you for keeping it real. I know that
Thanks for coming, man.
I know in the beginning you were uncomfortable possibly about coming on if the BP was still in effect. I'll say, regardless of what it was, you said you were going to come on and share what was going on, and I'm super glad that you did because you crushed this effing episode, and the banter is unreal.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys having me on again. It was awesome. It was a great way to start my day. I'm going to go get myself some fried chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Thank you guys so much.
Everybody have a great day.
Be safe out there today, guys.
Hey, well, you got to tell them to change the rubbers.
Dude, hold on. Change your rubbers. We're not out yet. Change those rubbers,
you're not
everybody.
out
yet.
All right, boys.
I hope everybody's passion bucket's full. Kory, you're the best, brother. Have a great day.
Thanks.